chick in it, make her gay.
Put a chick in it and make it gay. Put a gay, diverse woman in it. These are the words of Kathleen Kennedy as spoken by Eric Cartman, and we have perhaps maybe the best example of that yet. There is a new Fantastic Four movie coming out from Marvel, which will feature, of course, Silver Surfer. Now, Silver Surfer, if you're not aware, has maybe one of the worst video games of all time. I believe it was on the NES. Absolute trash. I remember, I believe James Rolfe at AVGN played it. But they now have reportedly gender swapped Silver Surfer to a woman, which, by the way, there are female characters that they could have used. For example, like Nova. They could have used Nova, for example. They could have used, a wide variety of other examples. But no, it's going to be Silver Surfer, and it's going to be a chick. Now, since she's silver, I'm not exactly sure how. I don't know how you're going to also make her a woman of color, so she'll probably have to also prefer the bedtime company of women. That's probably the only other way, because just being a woman is not enough. Just being a woman is not enough diversity. So, of course, Screen Geek puts out Silver Surfer in Marvel's Fantastic Four MCU reboot, reportedly a woman. To which I quoted the Star Wars or the Kathleen Kennedy meme and got 7,000 likes. You have some of these replies underneath here, which are absolutely legendary. I'm 100% for this, by the way. I want to be very clear. I think this is the best. I think they should just absolutely keep burying this. Keep absolutely crushing. Keep making all of these films exceedingly woke, exceedingly diverse, exceedingly garbage. Because it is the only way. We have to keep teaching them the lesson. By the way, Fantastic Four was never really my thing. I remember them when I was young, seeing them in a few of the movies out there. Like, I don't really care about the Fantastic Four. I cared about the X-Men. I don't mean like, I don't mean, I'm just saying what was my thing when I was young, X-Men were my thing. I knew the Fantastic Four. But it was, not really. Let's just take a look at some of the comments. The Star Wars girl says, or they could just do Nova, but that would require them to actually know who she is. They have to know how people feel about this, right? Here's the Flash hitting with it. Nah, the Disney stock going down. Thor Odinson, I called it, put a chick in it, make her lame and gay. Cancel the movie. You could have just introduced Nova, which is true. Now, Nova, wouldn't, it would just be an extra character. I can't imagine doing the Fantastic Four without Silver Surfer and then having Nova there. But again, didn't learn anything from the Marvels I see. Make a new IP, make a female lead, and don't make girl power the message of the movie. Stop overwriting old ones with this garbage. It's that simple. Marvel, please stop doing this to our beloved characters. I mean, Brie Larson reportedly to play Silver Surfer. Oh, I like that. I think she could pull it off. Please rename her BIPOC Surfer. As long as she's built like this, I'm all for it. Yeah, well, in modern movies, no women are built like this. In modern movies from Disney for girls, you have to be racially ambiguous and built like a teenage boy. That's who stars in Marvel movies. You must be racially ambiguous and built like a teen boy. That's how you get the roles for Marvel. I mean, that's just, just burn $200 million, same outcome, but saves time and effort. I actually don't think that the Fantastic Four would do very well as a standalone film. I just don't. I think that I am being a little biased, probably. Like, I'm being a little biased because I never really, was a Fantastic Four guy, even though they were popular when I was young. So maybe there's a bigger fandom than I anticipated. But it looks like the new Silver Surfer and MCU's upcoming Fantastic Four reboot is reportedly a woman in this new iteration. It's been
reimagined.
Casting is currently underway with Fantastic Four, the MCU reboot at Marvel Studios. Pedro Pascal has been chosen to play the role of Reed Richards. Why? What happened to John Krasinski? Didn't he play that before? And again, this is Hollywood at it again. They cast like the same pocket of 3 or 4 it people nonstop. Pedro Pascal was in The Mandalorian. Pedro Pascal was in The Last of Us. Pedro Pascal was in, by the way, the movie he was in with Nick Cage was actually pretty good. But like, I mean, I don't even like Pedro Pascal. Of course, Mr. Fantastic has to be brown now. Everyone knows that. Can't be white, you idiots. If you thought he was going to be white, then you're racist. Now fans are eagerly waiting to see what the rest of the film's cast will be. Who's eagerly awaiting? As for the Silver Surfer, reports claim that Marvel Studios will have made the character into a woman for this new iteration. Of course, it's still unknown who will be playing this version of Silver Surfer, nor has there been any official confirmation from Marvel Studios that they'll portray a woman, but insider Jeff Snyder claims that as much while discussing the alleged cast members in talks with the Fantastic Four. I hope it's Lizzo. And yes, Snyder reports you can expect to see a female Silver Surfer. This lines up with previous reports that Marvel decided to gender swap the iconic comic book character, and to be fair, they've taken the opportunity to do so with characters in the past. One of the most recent changes included Cosmo in the MCU Guardians of the Galaxy film, which happened to be a male dog in the comics. As for the Silver Surfer, the comic book iteration is originally a young astronomer named Norrin Radd. He's a humanoid alien with metallic skin and the ability to essentially surf through space. Radd's duty is to serve as a herald for Galactus, as he often searches for planets that Galactus can then consume. This eventually leads to him to Earth, where he meets the Fantastic Four. It's possible that we'll see some of these elements utilized in the new movie, of course, with the possibility that Silver Surfer will also now be a woman. Well, if the idea is to locate new planets to consume, I think Lizzo for Silver Surfer is absolutely the best. Who better to gobble up galaxies than Lizzo? And I mean, like, again, this is completely, if we go back to, South Park mocking Kathleen Kennedy, Disney diversity efforts, this goes back to this same article. I mean, Disney, I don't know. People who loved Silver Surfer love Silver Surfer. They don't love some new bastardized version of it where Silver Surfer's a woman. All right, that's just not how this works. And when you make it a woman and you get rid of the only Reed Richards that most people know, you end up, I think they made cameos in the Doctor Strange movie, I believe, right? I think. They all kind of run together now. But, you what is the point of this? First of all, you know that one of the Fantastic Four is going to be bi-curious. That's going to happen. And this movie's going to flop, just like the Marvels flopped, just like all this kind of stuff that they put out. It's going to be like, it's going to be absolutely hilarious to me when they come. I mean, look at just the reaction to this. And, sometimes they just float this stuff up. Can they just stop race and gender swapping characters for 5 minutes? No, they're addicted to it. And all we have to do is stay strong. We have to stay strong and not go see that. See that Star Wars girl saying they could have just used Nova. Wonder how long before it flops because the audience just doesn't care anymore. Cancel this stuff immediately. He's Kira that's got 1.8 thousand likes. I don't even understand. Just make Silver Surfer non-binary. It's neither male nor female, and it doesn't have reproductive organs. No, I don't want a non-binary Silver Surfer. In fact, actually, yes, I do. I want it to be non-binary. I want Reed Richards to be gay or a woman. Oh no, it's Pedro Pascal. So I want him to have an on-screen kiss with another man. I'm absolutely here for that because I know it will it will finally usher in the end for the MCU and their woke trash. Drunk 3PO said, please let this be true. Cancel the movie, dog. With 36,000 likes. Just cancel it. You know, like, keep doing it. I'm for it. I'm 100% for it. I just, you know, absolutely 100% here for it. Get on with your bad self. Slay Queen Surfer. I'm in. Love it. It's the literal meme in action.